I'm back here with Andy Larkin, former 5-year Major League pitcher and now pitching instructor. Andy, what are some of the things that you do in using the power punch and dealing with youths and all the way up to some high school and collegiate players that you now currently work with?
Well, when I first put on the power punch, the first thing that I noticed is it allowed my arm to get into the proper throwing position. As a pitcher, when I used to pitch, I had a tendency to drop my elbow way down here. And I sure wish I would have had a device like this would keep my elbow up nice and high. And that's what I noticed. First time I put this thing on is it threw my elbow up nice and high to get me into the proper power position. When you have your elbow up nice and high, it puts less strain on your elbow. I had 2 surgeries on my elbow, and if I would have had this device, I think it probably would have prolonged my career. The second thing that I noticed is when I started playing catch with this thing, it allowed me to really focus on my extension out in front. With this resistance, and after throwing with this thing on and feeling the resistance out in front and then taking it off, it really felt like I had more finish on my pitch. And by getting a good finish out in front, my ball started to move again. You know, I could see the more life on my fastball. Those are the 2 main things that I noticed with this power punch. Talking about safety, again, this thing puts your elbow in the proper throwing position. Again, by getting your elbow in the proper throwing position, it creates less stress on your elbow. I told you before I had 2 surgeries on my elbow, and I was looking at having a 3rd surgery, and unfortunately I had to retire. But man, like I said, I wish I would have had this device when I was playing, because maybe I could have still been playing now.
Is there 3 drills that you do in using a power punch?
Well, I think the first drill that I would probably do is probably the wrist flips. You'd probably have you would use your glove and support it, support your elbow with your glove right here. And then the first drill would just be flipping the ball to your partner. Then you can feel the extension out in front with the ball. The second drill that I would do is the 1 knee drill, getting on 1 knee and then just playing catch with your partner. Feeling your elbow, feeling your arm getting into the proper throwing position, leading with your elbow up here. And then the third drill, I think, is just playing catch, long toss with it. And then you can feel the resistance with this power punch right here.
Do you also do mound work with it also?
Definitely. You can throw with this thing on the mound. And like I said, you really notice a difference when you take it off. After you throw with this thing for a while, the power punch for a while, you definitely notice a huge difference when you take it off. You can feel that extension out in front. You can feel your arm getting in the proper power position. And like I said, it comes down to safety. Allowing yourself to have the proper mechanics so you can prolong your career, you can be successful.
Well, let's do the 3 drills and see how it works.
Okay, great. One of the drills that I mentioned was the wrist flip drill. And Brett's going to demonstrate this drill here. His glove is up nice and high. His elbow is going to be resting on top of his glove. And basically what he's going to be doing is just flipping the ball to his throwing partner. He has a power punch on, and what he really wants to try and do is get the maximum extension out in front. As I mentioned before, this drill is great because then you can really see your velocity, your life, when you take this off. By getting the extension out in front, that's what creates life and that's what creates velocity on your fastball. When you take this drill off, when you take this power punch off, you really notice a difference. And really, you only need 15 or 20 throws to really feel that muscle memory. The other drill that I mentioned is called the 1 knee drill, and Brett's going to demonstrate this drill for us. Basically, what the power punch is going to do is it's going to force the elbow up to the proper throwing position. Right there, that's perfect. I had a tendency as a pitcher to have a low elbow down here, and it put a lot of stress on my elbow. If I would have had this device, it would have forced my elbow up nice and high. It's not going to create a lot of stress on the elbow when your arm is in this position right here. Go ahead, Brett. And really, all you need is 15 or 20 throws to develop that muscle memory, and then you take the device off and continue throwing. Good, Brett. The next thing we're going to demonstrate is we're going to have Brett just kind of put everything together. He's going to be throwing off the mound. He's going to feel his arm get into proper throwing position, his elbow up nice and high. He's going to feel that extension out in front. Brett, go ahead and start throwing. He's just putting everything together right now. And then once we take this band off him, he should really feel a difference. Okay, now that Brett has taken the power punch off, he's going to start throwing just normally, regular bullpen. He should feel like his arm is getting to the proper throwing position, and he should feel like he's getting more extension out in front at this point. I can already tell he's coming through the ball a lot better now. He's getting his finish and his extension out in front a lot better. Brett just got done throwing his bullpen with the power punch on, and then he took it off. And I'd just like to ask him a couple questions. Brett, with the power punch on, what'd you feel?
Well, with the power punch on, I really felt like I could get my arm and my elbow a lot higher than I could normally, and it was really making me follow through a lot more than normal. So I was getting that extension that I need.
Okay, and then when you took the power punch off, what'd you feel?
I felt like I had a lot more life on my fastball, and I felt like I was really getting extended, and I was hitting my spots pretty good.
That's what I noticed too. When you took the power punch off, it looked like you really were following through with your pitch, like you're getting out front with everything.
I felt real balanced too when I finished as well.
Yeah, a little more life on your fastball.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
great job.
Thanks.